Hey, how's it going? This is DSoul A3. Dark Souls, no, it's not. It's DSA3 XV, Dark Souls Assassin's 3 Verse. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to this now. Jesus, okay. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about how Final Fantasy Type-0 is an origins of the world of Final Fantasy 7. Not the origins of the story, but the world itself. The story is before Crisis and Crisis Core. This is the world. I am not joking. So the first thing that I want to point out is that, basically everyone who is like in the main school thing or whatever, the Phoenix or whatever the symbol is, it's they're like nobodies. And depending on what rank you are, is that it's like, if you're not in class 0, you're an infantryman. But if you're in class 0, you're a soldier. And class 0 is a small class. Not that small, but it's actually pretty big. But yeah, in terms of like, they're their own army, basically. And they are the tribe's trump card and all that stuff. Just like how soldier is. But you're automatic first class if you're in there. The better you are within that class is like, I guess, your rank or something like that. But anyway, I gotta say that you're like nobodies. It's like Kingdom Hearts, you're like nobodies because when you die, people forget you. And there are these crystals that you have, and when your crystal is gone, everyone that remembers you forgets about you. They only know you whichever is on their record or whichever is on paper. So it's like, if you're related to someone, like, oh, I'm related to that guy? Okay. Oh, wait, he killed him? I guess I have to kill you now. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who this guy is. But that's basically how it is, most of the time with that. But I say that it's like an origins of the world of Final Fantasy 7 because at the end of the game, no, before that, it's also like, they're also like shoulder because everyone in that class 0 refers to their quote-unquote principal as mother. This school is sort of like Doma, except the weapons cannot turn into people. Your weapons are weapons and the people are people. Other than that, everyone has magic. But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. That's what really like got me into saying that this is like Final Fantasy 7 because everyone in Class 0 refers to them as mother. Everyone is a soldier. Everyone's an Angio, a Sephiroth, and a Genesis. I am not joking. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But at the end of the game, though, the class itself does something. People do die. There are people in that class does die. It's, oh my god, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Sorry about that. People in that class do die. They do die. And they still don't remember those people. But at the end of the game, the class that remains, they do. And it's really sad how things happen. Basically, the new world was created by the remainder of Class 0, and Mother lives within them in some sort of way. But yeah, basically, they created a new order that started something else, and it's pretty insane. It's ridiculous. I'm trying not to spoil anything. But yeah, the game itself is really sad. Really sad. Yeah, I went on and heard the cutscenes. I didn't beat the game. I didn't. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that we having technical difficulties for my first story. First video. But anyway, yeah, I heard them because this was a while back. This is why I'm saying it took me a while to make videos. This was a while back. While I was at work, I was just listening to cutscenes to help me pass the time, and it was pretty interesting with Type-0. But yeah, that's my thing for today. Of how Final Fantasy Type-0 is the origins of the world of Final Fantasy 7. It's pretty crazy. Once you get into the game, you'll understand why I'm saying this. And also the Falsi, Alicia, whatever, that's just my name. Everyone in there whoever has that title is the tribe's trump card. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. So just by name, not by association with Final Fantasy 13. So yeah, you can keep that in mind with that. I'll take care of this later. But yeah, that is my first video of the time. First time I made my stuff when I got back here was gameplay of Final Fantasy Type-0, so that's pretty interesting. So yeah, we're starting from the ground up. Next time, it's gonna be a video about how this new game that came out a few months ago, Lost Dimensions, is all of the Persona games in a nutshell. Hi Naruto, love that long hair. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna deal with that in a few days. I'll come back in a few days to talk about that. So yeah, latest. Thanks for watching. Bye y'all.